Hello everyone, this is Yamin and welcome to Laravel Hospital Management System project tutorial. In the previous tutorial we added admin template. Now in this tutorial we are going to add doctor's details from the admin dashboard. So let's go and first log into our admin dashboard. So we are going to give the admin email and the password, and if we click login, so here you can see this is our admin dashboard. So first of all we'll directly go to this sidebar option and we're going to make some changes so that we can we will have an option so that we can import doctor's data in our table. So let's go back to our code, and here you can see resource, then we'll go to views and you can see admin, and inside admin we have sidebar.blade.php. so here you can see that we have a lot of option in the sidebar. So here you can see the sidebar started with dashboard and ended with documentation. So we're just going to keep only on list over here. So here you can see the dashboard, it started from here, the list. So let me just remove everything and we'll just keep this only the last one, documentation. So let's save it now, and if we refresh, here you can see only the documentation part. So in the documentation let me just remove this href, and instead of documentation we are going to say add doctors, and if we save it now and if we refresh, you can see add doctors option over here. So we're going to say inside this href we're going to mention a route. So we'll give 2-second bracket, and inside it we will say url, and we're going to give 2 single quotation, and then we'll say let's say add underscore doctor underscore view. So first of all we need to create a view, we need to create some input field so that we can upload or insert doctor's data in our database. So let's save it now, and we'll go to our routes, then web.php, then we'll create this url. So let me go to our web.php, and here I'm just going to copy this route, Ctrl C, then Ctrl V, and here in this gate we are going to say add underscore doctor underscore view, and instead of home controller we are going to say admin controller, since we are we want to upload data from the admin dashboard. And we also need to give the function name. Let's say here let's say only add view, or you can say upload view. So let's go with the add view. So let's save it, Ctrl S. Now first of all we'll create this admin controller. So let's open the cmd, and for creating admin controller we just need to say php artisan make clone controller, then admin controller, and if we press enter it will create a controller. You can see controller created successfully. If we now go to our app, then http, then controllers, here you can see admin controller. So let's go to our admin controller, and here we're just going to say public function and add view, which is our function name in the web.php, and here we are just going to return a view. So we'll say return view, and inside it we're going to mention a view. So we'll just say admin dot let's say add underscore doctor. So we'll create a file add doctor.blade.php inside our admin folder. So let's save it, and now we'll go to our admin folder. Here you can see inside view we have our admin folder, and we'll just right click over here, then click new file, and here we are going to say add underscore doctor dot blade dot php. So save it, Ctrl S, then save. And here let me just copy some code from our home.blade.php. Now this home.blade.php is actually this total view. So let me just have this css and this script part in the other file just we did in the previous tutorial. So let me just create another file over here. So I'll click new file, then I'm just going to say css dot blade.php and save it. Control S, save. And we're going to go to home.blade.php, and I'm just going to copy everything from this head. So let me just copy it, the cut it, Control X, and I'm going to paste everything in the css.blade.php. So Control V, Control S, and in the home.blade.php inside head we are going to say at the rate of include, then admin.css. Let's save it, and we're going to do the same for the script part as well. So let me cut the script as well, Control X, and again we'll create another folder, new file with script dot blade.php, save it, Control S, then save, and I'm going to paste everything, every skip code. So we'll save it now, and we'll go to home controller, and again we'll say at the rate of include, and inside it we are going to say admin.script. Okay, I did a spelling mistake, it will be admin, and let me go top. Okay, we also need to give a single quotation over here. So let's save it, and let me check if everything is fine. So let's refresh. Okay, so everything is fine. Now let's go back to our code again, and this time what we are going to do is that we are going to copy everything from the home.blade.php. So Control A, Control C, and we are going to paste this code inside our add.doctors.blade.php. So paste it over here, and if we save it now, let me just remove this admin.body part. So if we remove it, and we'll save it, and this time let's refresh again, and if you click the add doctor, you will see, okay, admin controller does not exist. So let me go to our web.php, and at the top we need to add the admin controller, Control V, and we'll say admin. So let's save it, and now let's refresh. So here you can see this is the actually doctor view. At the top you can see add_doctor_view. So here we are going to create some input field so that we can upload doctor's data in the database. So let's go back to our code, and now let me just show you one thing. If you just write h1, and inside h1 let's say here add doctor, and if we save it, and if we refresh here, you cannot see any add doctor text over here. The thing is, if we go to our admin, then never.blade.php, and at the top you can see there is a div class container fluid page body wrapper. This is a class for this template. So if you want to show anything inside the body, uh, then we have to give this div class over here, otherwise we won't be able to see anything in the body part. So if we just give this div over here, and indeed if we save it now, and if we refresh, you will be able to see the add doctor over here. You can see at the top add doctor. So whatever design you want to make, you have to write everything in this div. So let me just have another div over here, and inside this div I'm just going to say class is equal to container, and let me just save it, and here we are just going to have a form, and in this form we will have some input field for doctor. So let me just say form, and then let's just say another div, and inside this div we are going to have some label and input field. So let's say here label, so let's say it will be doctor name, and we also need an input field for doctor. So let's say input so input type will be text, and name equal to, let's say name equal to name, and you can also have placeholder if you want. Let's say placeholder equal to write the name, and if we save it now, and if we refresh, here you can see it's look like this. and if you type anything, you can see that the text color is white, so that's why we cannot see it. So what we are going to do is that we'll just mention a class over here, sorry, we'll just mention a style over here, and we'll say color, it will be let's say black. You can have any color you want. So save it and let's refresh, and here you can see the text color is now black. Now let's just have this inside the middle so that it will look good then. So here you can see the, classical row container. So we are going to say here align, it will be center, and okay, let's save it and let's refresh. So it is in the center, and let's also say here inside let's mention a style, and we'll say padding, let's say padding top, it will be 50 px. Save it and let's refresh. Okay, there is a little bit gap over here, you can see. Okay, let's increase the gap as well. So we are going to say instead of 50 we are going to say 100. And now inside this div, let's add a style here. We'll say style, and we are going to say padding, it will be let's say 15 px. Let's save it and let me just copy this div, Control C. So a doctor will have his name in the database and also his phone number, then the doctor's specialty, and after this let's say it will also have the room number where the doctor sit, and let's say we'll also have the doctor images as well, and if you want you can add some more extra field, and I think this is enough. So doctor name, after this we will have the phone number, let's just say phone, and so the type will be number, and inside the placeholder let's say write the number, and after number okay, type is num, and let's say name equal to, it will be number as well, and after number we'll have the doctor specialty. So in this label we are going to say, let's just say specialty, speciality, specialty, and this time instead of input field we are going to say select option here. So we'll say select, and inside this select we'll say some option. So let me just say here value, option has some value, so let me just copy it, Control C. Now there can be a lot of type of specialty doctor. Let's say it can be a skin doctor or heart doctor, or it may be like eye doctor, or let's say just let's just say nose. Okay, so inside this value let me just say the same thing, it will be skin, after skin we'll have heart, then eye, and let's say nose. If you want you can add some more extra field, and let me just add one more option here, and here in this option we'll just say this hyphen hyphen select hyphen hyphen. So if we save it and let's refresh and let's see how it looks. So this is how it looks, you can see that. Okay, you cannot see the, okay, the text color is white, so that's a problem. So let's change the text color. Inside this select we are going to say style, and we'll say color, it will be black. So save it, and let's also mention a width over here. Let's say width will be 200 px. Save it now and let's refresh. Okay, that width is now almost the same. So after specialty we'll have the doctor room number. So we'll say doctor let's say just room number, and here the type will be text, that's fine, and in the placeholder we'll just say write the room number, and we also need to mention the name. Let's say name will be room, and here in the select we also need to mention a name here as well. So name is equal to specialty, and the last one will be the doctor image. So let's just say doctor image, and this time for image we need, instead of input field, we need to mention input type will be this time file, and we also need to mention the name. Let's say name equal to okay, file as well. Now after this image option we need to have a submit button. So let me just copy this div, Control C, Control V, and here okay, the submit button doesn't require level, so here input type will be submit, and here let's just mention a bootstrap class. Let's say class equal to btn, it will be success. Save it now, Control S, and let's refresh. So this is how it looks. Now let's change that design a little bit more. So let's go back to our code, and here you can see that the level is not at the same place, so we'll make that all the level is at the same place. So for it we will go at the top, and inside this head we are going to mention a style, and inside it we are just going to say dot level, then 2 bracket, and inside it we'll say display inline block, and let's also say width will be 200 px. Save it. Okay, we do not have to give the dot here, so now let's save it, and now let's refresh. Okay, now this looks better. So now we have doctor name, phone number, specialty, room number, and doctor image input field. Now let's go and create a model or a table in our database so that we can upload all those data. So for it we will go to directly to our command prompt, and here we are going to say php artisan make clone model. Then we are going to say our table name. Let's say our table name will be doctor table, or you can say model name will be doctor as well. So we'll say -m. So what will happen is that it will create a doctor model and a migration in the table at the same time. So if you press enter, you can see model is created successfully, and there is also migration created as well. So now if you go to our code, and if you go to app, then models, here you can see doctor.php, and if we go to our database, then migration, and inside migration you will see a doctor table over here. So let me just say over here dollar table, and then this arrow sign will say string, and inside this string we're going to set our doctor name. Let's just say here name, and let's just say it nullable. Okay, so now that's not a good practice that if we just give every column name, column value is nullable, but since we are learning, so I think this is fine. So Control C, and I'll paste it 4 times. So after name, let me just check, we have phone number, specialty, room number, and doctor image. So here we are going to say phone, then we'll have specialty. After this we'll have room number, let's just say room, and the last one will be image. So let's save it, Control S. Now we'll go to our command prompt, and this time let me just say Control C, it will end it. Now we are going to say php artisan migrate, and if you press enter, you can see migration is successful. Now if you go to our database, and let me just refresh here, then you will see over here at the top you can see a doctor table. So if you click it, you can see name, phone, specialty, room, image. So let's go back to our code, and now we'll go to add doctor.blade.php. Now we'll directly go to our form, and how is the form? Okay, here is the form, and here we are going to say action, and we'll also mention the method. And after method we also need to say enc type. Why enc type? Because we also want to upload a file from here, so we need to mention enc type. So enc type will be multipart, then slash, it will be form hyphen data. And we also need to mention at the rate of csrf. And now the method will be post, since we want to upload data to the database, and inside the action we'll say route. And okay, let's just say url instead of route. Inside this url we're going to say upload, let's say upload doctor, upload underscore doctor. So let's save it. So now we'll go to our web.php and create this upload doctor route. So let's go to web.php and let me just copy this, Control C and Control V, and instead of get, this time it will be post, and our URL name was upload underscore doctor, and let's say our function name will be just upload. So now let's save it, Control S. Now we'll go to our admin controller and create this upload function. So let's go to admin controller, and here we're going to say public function upload, and here then we'll just, and inside this upload we need to mention request, then dollar, let's say request, and why request? Because we want to get the data from the add.doctor.blade.php, all those data you can see over here. So first of all we'll mention our table name. So let's say here dollar, let's say just doctor. You can declare any variable you want. We'll say dollar doctor is equal to new, and we'll say doctor. Now this doctor is our table name, and since we are using this doctor table, so we need to add the doctor model at the top. So we need to say use app backslash models backslash doctor. So let's save it, Control S. Now we're going to, let's just try to get the image from here first, doctor image. So for it, now we'll declare a variable, let's say here dollar image equal to, we'll say dollar request, this arrow sign, then we'll say file. Now this file is coming from the add.doctor.blade.php. so here you can see name equal to file. So after this we are going to declare another variable. So we'll say dollar, let's say image name is equal to, we'll set time, then to first bracket. After this we will say dot, then two single quotation, and inside this single quotation we need to give a dot, then another dot, dot mean full stop, and after this dollar image, this arrow sign, will say then get capital C client, get client capital O original extension, capital E extension, and to it will end with two first bracket, then semicolon, and after this, okay, let me just write it over here like this, and after this we are going to say dollar request arrow file, and it will give another arrow, and then we are going to say move, and inside it we are going we need to mention a folder name, let's say doctor image, then comma dollar image name. Now don't worry, I'll explain it. Let me just write it first. We'll just say dollar doctor, this arrow sign, image equal to this image name. So we'll say dollar image name. So let me just explain it, what is happening over here. So first of all, we are getting the image file inside this variable, then Then we declare another variable image name equal to, we are using actually a time function, so that whenever we upload an image, every image will have a different name depending on this time function. And after this we are actually moving this file inside a folder called doctor image. Now this doctor image folder will be inside public folder. Now if you don't create this doctor image folder in the public, whenever you upload a image, it will automatically create this doctor image folder in the public folder, and inside that doctor image folder it will save the image. Here you can see image name, and then ultimately we are actually sending this doctor image to our database. So if you go to our database, here you can see that we have a image. So this is what we are calling doctor image equal to image name. So we are actually sending this image to our database. So after the image we are going to upload all the other data like name, phone, specialty, room number. So for it we just have to say again $doctor, then this arrow sign, let's say here this time name is equal to $request, this arrow sign name. Now this name is coming from add doctor.blade.php. Here you can see doctor name, and name is equal to name. After name we have the number. So let me just copy this one, Control C, Control V. Now let me check it, the number in the database. Here you can see, okay, it's phone. So let's say here phone, and this one will be number. After number we have the room and specialty. So let's say here room equal to room and specialty equal to specialty. So in order to save it, we just need to say $doctor, this arrow sign, save, then to first bracket. And after this we want to stay on the same page, so we'll say return, redirect to first bracket, this arrow sign, back. So let me save it, and let me check. Okay, I hope there is no error. So let's refresh here. So now let's give the doctor name. Let's say doctor name is Yamin. Let's give the phone number, random phone number. Let's give the specialty is skin doctor, and let's say room number 302. It means third floor, second room, and let's choose the image. Now let me check if I have any image. Okay, I have a lot of image. Let me just choose a random one. Okay, add a heading, let me just choose it, open. So here you can see the image name, add a heading. So if you click submit, it will refresh, and there is an error. Specialty, okay, unknowns column specialty. Now let's go check. SPECIALTY. Okay, I did a spelling mistake here, so we have to fix it in the admin controller. SPECIALTY. So let me save it now, and let me just refresh here. Okay, we are now back to the same page. Now let me just refresh here. So here you can see the name, phone number, specialty skin. You can see the room number and the image here as well. Now if you go back to our code, and if you go to our public folder, let me just show you. If you go to public folder, you can see a new folder over here, doc.image, which we mention over here. Now we did not create this folder, it automatically created over here. So here you can see, if you go inside, you can see the image here as well. So let me close it. Now there is one more thing that I want to mention, is that whenever we are uploading a data or doctor in the database, how can user be sure that we actually successfully insert the doctor? So user is not going to check the database every single time, because user is not a programmer. So we should show a message at the top that doctor is added successfully. So for it, let's go back to our controller first, and here you can see return, redirect back. So we'll return the view with a message. So we'll give a arrow sign this time and we'll say with, and inside it we'll give two single quotation and we'll say message, and then we'll give a comma, and inside it we are going to say doctor added successfully, and let me save it. Now we'll go to our add doctor.blade.php and we need to catch that message. So here you can see that, okay, inside this div we are going to mention a if condition. We are going to say if, and we are going to say if session to first bracket, this arrow sign has to first bracket to single quotation, we are going to say message. If there is any message, let me just first in this if condition we'll say at the rate of int if, and inside this if condition we are going to say, we're going to mention a div first. Inside this div let's just add a bootstrap class. Let's say class equal to alert, then alert success, and inside it we are going to paste the message. So we'll give two second bracket, and inside it we are going to say session to first bracket, then we need to say this arrow sign and we'll say get, and inside this get we are going to say message, and this will show the message. Now we also need to add a close option, close button option, so that we can close the message. So it's a button, and let's say inside it button type will be button, and it will have a class will be class equal to, let's say, close, and we also set data, then this minus dismiss equal to, and inside this button we'll just give a x. Let me just cut this if condition, control x, and I'll paste this if condition after this class container. So control v, control s, and oh, there's a spelling mistake, success, SUCCESS. So now let's save it, and let's refresh again, and let me just keep the name again. Let's say Yahya this time. Let's give the phone number, random phone number, specialty nose, room number 504. Let's choose the image, click open, then submit. Okay, doctor added successfully. Now there is one more thing I want to fix, is that we'll go to add doctor.blade.php and we'll have all the field input field is required, so we'll say required. So let me just copy it, Ctrl C, and let me just select every input field, select, then this one and this one as well. So Ctrl V, Ctrl S. Now let's refresh, and right now we cannot submit data without giving every data over here. So this is quite a long tutorial actually. I hope I was able to explain it properly, but if you face any problem or if you face any confusion, then let me know in the comment section. I will try to give you a proper explanation or proper solution. And thanks for watching. Now in the next tutorial we will show all the doctor's details over here. So this is it for this tutorial, and thank you very much for watching. And if you like this tutorial, then please subscribe my channel and like this video. Thanks for watching again. So stay tuned and stay healthy.